Hello and welcome to coverage of Grand Prix Vancouver. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe in the booth with Randy Bueller. We're ready for round number 5 here. We're playing some Modern, and we've got a bit of a Modern specialist here in Sam Pardee. He's certainly good at other types of Magic as well, but he kind of made his name in Modern. And Reid on the other hand, is good at everything in Magic.
Oh yeah, with the Ice Age Basic Forest. Gotta like that.
So Reid decided...
Yeah, look at the deck name.
To fly out here, Deathcloud Rock. He said he was winning a lot with it.
And the rest,
really excited, booked his flight,
the rest
then
of his
started
team,
losing with it.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah.
The rest of his team is in Memphis, too. You know, the Peach Garden Oath broke up for this weekend.
That's right.
Reid came here, Huey and Owen are both playing in Memphis, playing Standard.
Looks like Splinter Twin for Sam Pardee. I see he's got a...
With Grim Lavamancer?
Yeah.
Sure?
I think so. I do think so. I know it looks weird, but I see a Pestermite in his hand here.
Pestermite seems like a pretty good giveaway. It is, in fact, Twin. 2 Grim Lavamancers. Gives you the ability to play kind of a tempo Twin style.
Oh, okay,
right?
Sure.
That was definitely one of the cards that Patrick Dickman was using when he was having success. It just, you know what, I've got this Twin combo deck, but half the time I just burn them out.
That's right, yeah, I see 4 Snapcaster made.
4 Snapcasters, yeah. This is basically the tempo Twin that Dickman had success with. I don't know, it was like...
I love that deck.
Middle range Patrick Dickman and Twin, something like that.
He's playing Splinter Twin, Rashad.
Meanwhile, Reid, Deathcloud Rock. So this is...
Yeah, what is this about?
Just black-green.
Okay.
No splash, no Obzon, no Jund, just black-green. And, yeah. 2 copies of Deathcloud.
Why is it called Deathcloud?
Because it plays 2 copies of Deathcloud.
So tell us what that card does. Do you remember off the top of your head what Deathcloud does?
It's a Pox variant, right? Everybody has to sacrifice X creatures, lands, and discard cards from hand?
And life.
Life, sorry.
Yeah, each player loses X life, discards X cards, sacrifices X creatures, then sacrifices X lands, and it costs black, X.
There you go. So, you want to play an attrition war?
Who wants to have some
I'm just going to attack you on every axis.
With 1 card.
Right. It's all about the rounding, it turns out.
Wow. So, we see that the Kitchen Finks from Reid was taken care of thanks to a lightning bolt and activation off of the Lavamancer there. The Sakura Tribe Elder, though, has given Reid 4 mana already, and I mean, it feels like Deathcloud for 2 is fine, right? You know, if he can go land Deathcloud here. Ooh, he's going to clear the way though. Inquisition of Kozilek, and are we going to see a Vendilion Click in response here?
Or you said he had a Pestermite in his hand?
He did have a Pestermite in his hand as well. He could just be protecting the Pestermite.
It sure seems like he's going to be dropping a 3-mana creature here.
It does. So he's going to clear something that he wants to protect out of the way. Yeah, could be bad news for Reid if he plays Pestermite and shows him a Splinter Twin here. It is Pestermite. What are you, he's going to tap the Forest. And
Flame Slash is the only legal target.
He did exactly do that, though. He showed him a Splinter Twin, so Reid could be in a very bad position here if he doesn't immediately have an answer for the Pestermite.
He needs to kill Pestermite. His deck can kill things. 3 Abrupt Decays, a Slaughter Pact, a Victim of Night, 2 Maelstrom Pulses, a couple of Deathclouds, a couple of Damnations, although those are not relevant here since he's already got tapped mana.
Yeah, he should have a green mana floating
Liliana's
here
not going to get the job done.
No. Explore, is this a desperation?
That smells desperate to me.
Now, he didn't actually have to tap both, but he wanted to make colored mana here. He could have been hoping to find...
Yeah, now he's basically representing Slaughter Pact.
Man, I bet you that, I was just going to say, Pardee just goes for it.
Absolutely go for it there. Absolutely
you saw literal no hesitation from Sam Pardee. He said, make 1 million of these and kill you. And Reid loses a quick opening game here in round 5.
His sideboard has Knight of Souls Betrayal in it.
Knight of Souls Betrayal?
Love it. That card's really powerful.
Wow.
Have you read Knight of Souls Betrayal?
I think I have.
Oh, interesting. Tyson Leonard on Boros Burn versus Pascal Maynard on Splinter Twin. There's a lot of Twin running around this weekend.
There is, isn't
there? A lot of named players on Twin. It was the best deck in the grinders in terms of acquiring buys.
5 wins out of, what, 24
I believe,
total grinders? Twin might just be the new king. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that after just won a Pro Tour, but...
Yeah, new king, same as the old king?
Yeah, I guess so. And we've got a little bit of a fight going on here.
Wow. Boros Charm, but electrolyze as a response to the trigger.
Yes. That's Pascal Maynard on the right, Tyson.
Crazy. That both
Leonard
saves the
Boros
Exarch
Burn.
and also kills the Swift Spirit.
Wow, that is a huge swing. Lots of cards in hand here for Maynard as well.
Do you have a Splinter Twin? No, not in hand.
So it won't be as easy here for Maynard as it was for Sam Pardee. Get a nice shot of Pascal there as he plays out his Grim Lavamancer, plays a land, and ships a turn back. And it looks like Tyson's completely out of gas. He does have Pascal down to 7. And Desolate Lighthouse is doing its thing, sending a useless land to the graveyard.
Tyson's hellbent though, right?
He is.
Yeah, no cards
No
in hand.
cards in hand.
It's going to take him at least 2 cards off the top.
That's right, and Maynard has 2 counterspells in hand, at least. He's got, actually I think he's got 3 now, but he's got a Cryptic Command, which can be used to counter anything. You're going to take a look at Tyson here.
Did he let the Lavamancer resolve? Oh, he can. Oh, he's got Grim Lavamancer.
He's got his own, so having your own active is pretty good. I don't know if Tyson wanted to play it there. It just doesn't really do enough. You know, just effectively says, here, exile a couple of cards from your yard. I guess it's not getting any better, but maybe you find a burn spell, kill his Lavamancer, then play your Lavamancer. Anyway, Spell Snares ×2 in hand for Pascal Maynard as well, so he's pretty well set up here, as a lot of Tyson's burn spells actually do cost 2. And there's a Vendilion Click, which is going to take away...
Wait, Lava Spike, you can't dispel that one, and you can't Spell Snare it. Yeah, go away.
Go away.
1-mana sorceries, they don't like the way this is shaping up.
And he finds a Boros Charm, which Maynard has the answer for in his hand.
Funny.
Nice play. I was going to say go. I think Maynard is not going to loot now. He's probably just going to hit Tyson for a couple. Yeah, he just doesn't want to take the risk of tapping out there.
And we talked about how this Tempo Twin variant of the deck, I mean, Pascal's looks very similar to the one Sam Pardee is on.
Is that right?
It can burn you out, right? It's got Grim Lavamancers. It can chip away with Vendilion Click a couple of times.
As you say that, he's attacking for 5 with his, random assortment of disruptive creatures.
And your opponent can't really fight that aspect of your deck, because if they do, they open up these losses to the combo.
Right. I love decks like that.
Yeah, it is surprisingly tricky to play around the Splinter Twin.
My gut says that it's often more correct to just take some risk, but the first time you get burned on it, it hurts so bad that like your brain just tells you.
Grim Lavamancer's actually in an interesting spot in this metagame too. One of the reasons I think that people started shying away from Grim Lavamancer versions was because it can't kill a Wild Macabre.
Oh,
right? You can't kill a 3 toughness creature, but since the aggro decks now are Infect, has sort of replaced Zoo.
Totally.
You don't need to kill a Wild Macabre anymore. There just aren't any Zoo decks, so Grim Lavamancer's good again.
Can chop down affinity creatures pretty well too, so
exactly.
Yeah, it's nice.
So yeah, Knight of Soul's Betrayal and Reid Duke's sideboard. All creatures get -1/-1. You know, it doesn't matter how many Deceiver Exarchs you make. If they all have -1/-1,
yes,
they don't deal any damage.
Yes. It also kills the card we were just talking about, Lavamancer, and Pestermite dies to it, and even the Vendilion Click that we happen to see each of them have, I believe, just 1 in that.
Right, you can't combo through it, right? Pestermite dies, and Deceiver Exarch is 0 power.
No, you have to set up a turn where you either can counter it or you can bounce it with your...
There's actually 13 creatures in Sam Pardee's deck, and all of them are rendered useless by Knight of Soul's Betrayal.
Wow.
Snapcaster dies.
Wow.
Click dies.
What
Lavamancer dies.
Sideboard card.
Yeah.
Because it's not even just about the combo, like we just said. Sometimes
the value
they
play.
beat you down, but now they have to come up with all those burn spells.
Is it even possible to burn for 20?
I mean, they've got 12 from
4 bolts, 2 electrolyze.
Still work.
You still give the thing flashback, right?
Yeah, so it's all
it is
bolts
possible.
and electrolyzes. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, not that Reid has got his Knight of Souls Betrayal. It's a one of, but it's a super sweet one of. I mean, it's
Certainly
the problem with the card is the sideboard card is that it's double black. Like it's tricky to actually cast it, but if you can support double black, it's quite good. I mean, think about what it does to the infect lists also.
Oh, totally.
What is the infect deck attacking you with?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. They're
Dead.
just dead.
Dead. Everything dead. All of them. Wow, that is insane.
There are some powerful sideboard cards in Modern.
And like we said, you were just saying, it's a matter of, well, can you support
Lightning
it?
Bolt finishes off Liliana after the Snapcaster hit.
Sure.
Right, can you support it? It's
And you
2
can.
BD.
And Reid can.
Reid can.
Very easily. So
None of this splash in a third color nonsense.
that's insane.
He's got triple black spells in his deck, so.
Ooh.
Ragtusk.
Thragdad. He has
Do you
a
see
rod.
what else Reid has in this deck that's in play?
Golgari Rot Farm?
He does have Golgari Rot Farm. All value, all the time.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. Well, Thragtusk is certainly a pain for Sam Pardee's deck to deal with as well. It's going to eat up some value one way or another. Reid Duke tapped out for the moment, though his shields don't really need to be up right now.
Another feature match worth talking about. We've got Newmont the Nummy in the feature match area this
Oh
round.
yeah, Kenji Higashira, who by the way is playing the same thing as Sam Pardee, although I don't know how different their list could be. Oh, well, I said it's hard to deal with. Why bother dealing with it when you can just steal it? Sower of Temptation takes away Thragtusk. Now you got to figure that Sower is going to be pretty fragile here, right? Like Reid's going to have ways to kill it.
Speaking of powerful sideboard cards, though.
No kidding. Wow. So let's see what Reid can do to kind of rebuild here. A couple of mana here, and that's not going to do it. Elder, and he's going to use his Tech Edge to take out a Steam Fence. So not a great turn there for Reid Duke. Desolate Lighthouse for Pardee. And in comes the squad.
Sure.
The old block and sack with the Sakura Tribe Elder for Reid Duke. He's going to soak up 5 damage there from the Thragtusk. He's only going to take 4 for the turn. He has managed to get Sam Pardee off of Cryptic Command mana here. Though you got to wonder what Reid's long-term game plan is from this point.
I think it involves killing Sower of Temptation.
Yeah, killing Sower, I feel like he would have done that last turn if he had the option.
Oh, I mean drawing a way to kill Sower.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I like that plan. I'm sure Reid agrees. Thoughtseize not part of Plan A, but
Clear
it'll
path
help.
through any permission or
Wow,
whatever.
Value City over there for Sam Pardee. 2 for 1, 2 for 1, 2 for 1.
What's in his graveyard, though? What can Snapcaster get that's relevant?
It can get a Lightning Bolt.
Is that it?
It's the only one I can see.
And we talked, the Cryptic Command cannot currently be cast because there's only 2 blue mana on the same
Though
side
the
of the
Loot
board.
House, as we call it, the Desolate Lighthouse down there, is ready to go. I'm not sure how excited Sam would be to discard any of these spells. I guess the second Snapcaster in his hand is super great.
Right. So Reid's like, if I take the second Snapcaster, which doesn't actually have a target, or take the Cryptic Command, which can't actually be cast.
Right.
Goes for Snapcaster.
And has to play a land and say go. So Reid Duke really up against it here. He's got 6 mana untapped this
By
turn.
the way,
Just can't
that was
do
Island
anything.
off the top.
It was Island?
Yeah.
And there it is now. Cryptic Command is basically going to say that this game's over, right? I mean, what can Reid do from this point? He's at 7. He's facing lethal damage. And any spell he casts here that matters enough to stop him from dying is just going to get countered. Feels like Sam Pardee has the soft lock going here. Reid needs something like a combination of another Thoughtseize plus a way to deal with Sower. And that's asking a heck of a lot.
Yeah, I think he played the last Thoughtseize for Sam to not find an island right away.
That didn't work.
No. Not sure what's in Reid's hand, but he also has to answer the sower. He's thinking, though. He must have something. Does he have a second Thoughtseize? Oh, Tassiger.
Tassiger.
Interesting. And now
This
Sam has to
does
figure out whether or
leave a
not
lot
this
of mana.
is this bait. That's what
Right.
Sam has to figure out.
And it certainly matters anyway. If he lets it resolve, Thragtusk can get blocked and traded for now.
Yeah, I think you Cryptic Command this. Even if your sower gets killed, Tassiger's good enough on this board to get a lot of work done.
That is interesting. And he's going to have 2 extra mana as well with Tassiger, so he could like float black here.
Right, and you're also saying to Reid, show me something. Well, Sam lets her resolve. Now Reid can...
He finds Nature's Claim,
it's not very
which
exciting.
Sam Pardee cannot give to him quickly enough. And Reid passes the turn back to Sam.
It's not like Tassiger beats up Thragtusk and lives to tell, so... Cannot afford to block the Snapcaster, has to just trade it to the Thragtusk.
That's right, and you know, even though Sam knows one of the cards in Reid's hand, he doesn't know the other. And there's, even though I'm sure that Sam suspects that there's nothing there that matters, but why bother, right? There's no big incentive to go for the kill there with his Cryptic Command when he can just leave it up now. He's got Reid Duke down to 3. And it's not a morph.
It's an elephant. Inquisition. Swing
And
and a miss.
that's going to do
Wow.
it. Reid Duke falls quite quickly there to Sam.
Indeed.
And Reid says, yeah, you got me. You got me.
Deathcloud Rock didn't look that great that round.
It didn't.
You said he was winning, booked the flight, and then started losing. That's not a great trajectory.
No, he said, but then at that point, I said, well, you know, did you consider
Now you already have the
changing?
flight, right?
Yeah, well, no, I just wondered if he wanted to play maybe a different deck instead.
Or switch his flight to
And
Memphis.
he kind of smiled when I asked him, and he just admitted, look, I like this deck. I'm just playing it because
Oh,
I've
that's cool.
put in a bunch of time, and I came here to play it, so.
So he's 1-1 with the deck so far, plus the 3 buys.
Acceptable, but below the curve for Reid Duke.
Sure.
Though he did have to play Sam Pardee. Again, we have to remember that this is very early in the tournament. Generally speaking, you tend to play these really high-level players later.
You don't really want the round 4-5 feature match.
No, you don't. You just don't.
Means you got a unfortunate pairing. All right. So Splinter Twin wins there, although not with the combo. We've seen Splinter Twin win 3 games right so far this round, but only one of them was with the combo.
Right. I'm just waiting for the first person to just not bother with the Splinter Twin part. I remember when that started happening with Birthing Pod. I'm just waiting for that person to show up and just be like, play around this for the entire match. I mean, think of the sweet cards you could put in that spot. So Tyson's got a nice little clock going here. Also, we should mention from our previous match.
Oh, right. The graphic was wrong, it turned out?
That's right, yeah. David Ochoa is actually the one who was up a game against Sean McLaren in that match. And so...
Oh, wow. So McLaren was trying to get the draw with that last-minute charge?
Yeah.
And he got David down to, like, 1 on the last turn? Mm-hmm. Wow.
And David hung on
so
through
Ochoa,
very tight play. In
Ochoa
the late game
won the
stretches.
match by 1 life on the last extra turn.
Confirmed.
Wow. That changes things.
That changes things. So back here, though, Pascal Menard is taking a beating here at the hands of Tyson Leonard. Now, Tyson lost the first game to Pascal, but he looks to be in the driver's seat here.
Is it Torpor Orb on the bottom?
That's a Torpor Orb.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sideboard card coming in to shut down the combo. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So Splinter Twin doesn't work. That is, you make a copy of the creature, but it doesn't untap the twinned creature.
Yeah. It also shuts off this. I mean,
Sure.
it's still
a
a creature.
1/4 blocker.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually have an effect besides
Right.
that. Cards like Vendilion Click don't do anything. Snapcaster Mage doesn't do anything. It really does shut this deck down quite nicely.
Now, I think the deck can still function. It's no Knight of Souls Betrayal,
Sure.
because the deck can still just play for the burn plan.
It's true.
Yeah, Spell Snare. Couldn't get that out of his hand fast enough against Eidolon of the Great Revel. And now it Tyson's down to 1 card.
Yep, he's got Menard at 7, but with a stable board on Menard's side, thanks to the 1/4 Deceiver Exarch. And Leonard's going to have to put together a few burn spells in a row here, and Menard's not going to be one to tap out much here. I think Tyson would rather just see some creatures.
Did he draw another Eidolon?
I think he drew a Rift Bolt here.
It's red, whatever it is. We agree on that part.
Confirmed red. He's going to attack and maybe just Rift Bolt here?
Interesting.
So even what he has, he's holding that card straight forward. Yeah, looks like it. Now he's going to suspend the Rift
changed his
Bolt.
mind. He thought about it.
Well, I guess it was a pretty low-risk bluff there.
Looks like Pascal's got Cryptic Command to defend himself with. Nothing resembling a clock, though.
So the Rift Bolt's going to come off a suspend, and he's going to target Pascal. And he's going to have to bring it back to his hand. That does trigger the
Swift
Swift Spear here, though. If he can play 2 spells now, go like land, Rift Bolt, Bolt, then he could...
What is the other card in his hand? It's definitely a land.
Yeah, he just drew a land for the turn.
He's been holding something for a couple of turns. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay.
It might be a backup Torpor Orb?
Well,
Sure.
there's the Rift Bolt. Well, when is he doing this, though? No, he's just going to post-combat, just fire it off. All right. So that does bring Pascal down, and that last card in hand could be Boros Charm here for Leonard.
Oh, okay. Could be.
He's just drawn a Lava Spike.
It's not bad. 3's not 4. Turn off all his fetch lands, though, and there is a Scalding Tarn there?
Indeed. And Dispel doesn't hit that, so down to 1 for Menard, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of draws for Leonard. I still don't know what that card is in his hand. He keeps almost tilting it up and then tilting it back down. I haven't got a good look at it.
Yeah, Pascal is on Cryptic Command, but at 1.
With no pressure whatsoever, and he's facing down a Torpor Orb, so he doesn't get to just, oops, I won.
Right. Yeah, let's move that Scalding Tarn away. Oh,
maybe we are oops, I won in here.
Bounces the Torpor Orb.
Uh-oh. Is this game?
Looks like game to me.
Response? Burn you? No, he doesn't have anything. Was it Destructive Revelry in his hand? I couldn't quite see at the end there.
Oh,
they do
maybe.
board that
Could've been.
card in.
Well, he would have cast that there, though.
I don't think he had green.
Didn't have green mana.
Yeah. Wow. So Pascal Maynard kind of finds himself at 1 against the burn deck and somehow wins anyway.
Yeah, he has to bounce Cryptic Command to bounce the Torpor Orb so that he can untap and combo out.
Yeah.
Splinter Twin wins 4 of the 4 games we've watched so far in round 5. 2 with the combo, 2 with the tempo play.
I gotta go. I gotta start putting together my Splinter Twin deck on Magic Online.
Evidently.
Yeah, I mean, I like this deck anyway, so.
And I know we had 2 other matches in the feature match area this round. Alexander Hayne, we just decided he's the king of the hill. We got to run king of the hill. Alexander Hayne hasn't lost since like round 12, the last Grand Prix Vancouver. I don't even know. Maybe it was before that.
Do they have kings in Canada? Is that a...
They have more kings than we do.
We could crown him king of Canada.
I think that already happened. Yeah, defending Grand Prix Vancouver champion, part of a 3 Grand Prix wins in 6 months hot streak.
2 in Canada.
Yeah. Defending champ.
It was Destructive Revelry.
Got it. We won, and then he won the feature match last round, so he's hanging out playing against Andrew Rutledge. And then we do have Kenji Igashiro playing Miguel Sumalong. I don't know if those guys are both still on a back table. Trying to get one of them moved up on camera. Let's see what these guys are playing. So Routledge, who is Haynes' opponent. First card is Gavany Township. You know where you're going from there. This is the normal version of the Abzan deck. Siege Rhinos, Tassigers. Oh no, it's Voice of Resurgence, Kitchen Finks.
So it's kind of in between.
It's in between, yeah. It's got 2 townships, which some of the Abzans had that. Like Frolik had that in his version.
Yep.
But it's got fully four Voice of Resurgence as kind of his anti-Liliana hedge. None of the Wiltleaf Lieges though. 2 Sorens, Solemn Visitor.
Just
So sort of an in-between Abzan.
Matt Nass and Sam Pardee walk together. Match slips in hand, big grins on their faces, so it looks like the California guys are doing fine.
And then Kenji Igashira is also on Twin.
He's on Twin. He
worked with those
he's
guys?
primarily a limited player.
Sure.
Kenji, no. Yeah, he worked with his stream.
The stream was like, here's the Twin deck.
Yeah, and as far as I know, I think he got the list from Magic Online, but he said he's been playing it for the past week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's a good
Says
deck.
he feels pretty comfortable with it now. Maybe not, the years of experience that you would see from somebody like a Patrick Dickman or something like that, but I mean, Kenji's a quick study, and he plays enough Magic Online to figure this stuff out quickly, so.
All right, so is that, we got Kenji on stream long enough to shake hands?
To shake hands.
Who won?
It looks like Kenji lost.
That was Kenji losing?
Yeah, I think Kenji was extending the loss hand there.
All right. Miguel Sumalong beat him with Wiltleaf Abzan. Yeah, Wilted Abzan. 3 Smiters, all the voices, 3 townships.
Z beats that deck.
This is the version of
pretty
Abzan
tough.
that's soft to Splinter Twin, though. This is who shut Jacob Wilson down in the feature match, in the top 8 of the Pro Tour.
All right, why don't we come back to the booth? So, sadly, we didn't get to see much of that last match.
True.
But I did actually enjoy the ones that we got in our main feature match area quite a bit. I thought those were pretty cool.
And I guess we know Splinter Twin's not invincible.
Not invincible.
Got Kenji to 4-0. Do you have buys?
He had 1.
He had 1, so 3 wins before that loss?
Yes. He found out he had 1 bye this morning.
Buys.
So it was funny because he was excited about it. He's like, oh, I got a bye. But
Sure.
I'm like, oh, but you got up way earlier than you had to. Sleep-in special. Come on, man.
All right.
Learn to play. All right.
Turbo King of the Hill match?
Yeah, Turbo King of the Hill. So we'll see what these guys are up to. So Alex, we know, is playing
Amulet.
the Amulet Bloom deck.
And Routledge is on the in-between Abzan.
So what's happening here, Randy, is that we're watching Turbo Magic because this is still in progress. So we're actually going to catch up. And when we do, we'll get
switch to live when we get there?
our live cameraman who's in the feature match area, and we'll get to watch the rest of it, assuming it's still going by the time we get there.
Summer
Meanwhile,
Bloom with a bounce land. But all he can do is the gemstone? It's depressing. So still go bounce lane, bounce lane, bounce lane, Primeval Titan.
yeah, well, he's missing a little part of the equation for that.
No, clearly no Primeval Titan in his hand. He's digging with that Serum Visions.
He'll find one. He did last time.
Summer Bloom still let him get down to bounce land, replay the land he bounced, and add Sunholm to the board.
Summer Bloom's really powerful even outside of the combo. I think that's one of those cards that, like, I only envisioned it in the combo, but when they play it, you're like, holy crap. Like, he's on tap with 1,000,000 mana. Card's really
story.
good.
Kitchen Finks.
Kitchen Finks on the board here for Andrew. Not really of the same power level
we
of
found
what
Primeval Titan.
Alexander Haynes doing. And now we're going to see Alex's hands move all over the board into his library. He's going to shuffle, he's going to reshuffle, he's going to activate, he's going to go transmute.
Yeah, it looks like Serum Visions found the Summoner's Pack. That makes sense. Summoner's Pack found the Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan finds a couple of lands.
Including a Colony Garden, which is what that 0-1 plant token is represented by a red die.
The more
there,
important red die, the one on top of Haynes' library, reminding
right.
him to pay for Summoner's Pact.
which he did.
Now, Primeval Titan gets to attack. Yeah, that's one of those where you're like, attack phase? Yup. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, that's exactly the
Sounds
tone you
good.
get to. Like, ugh.
So is that Sunholm, right?
He's got Sunholm in the middle there, yeah. Just going to give him double strike.
Yeah, double strike. Crunch. Take like, I don't know, 15, 11, something.
I think he's going to take 10 here.
Take enough that I can kill you next turn.
And of course, again, we see when the Titan starts going, it can start searching up those copies of Teleria West, getting them back in the hand thanks to a bounce land, and all of a sudden, Alex has an unending stream of either gasoline or protection from gasoline, and he can kind of decide what he needs to do from there. And again, like these are two of Andrew's better cards, and they're just like puny here.
Right. He's curved. It's a nice curve, isn't it?
That's cute.
Kitchen Finks in the Sea Rhino, but whatever. Sea Rhino again. I guess he's got 5 toughness. That seems relevant.
It does.
To the job of staying alive.
Should keep him alive here, but it's just Alexander Hayne is in full-on going off mode here, and is going to be able to just completely dominate here. He also
have suck Summoner's Pact for second, Primeval Titan, haste it up.
Yep.
That should do it.
Give the one that gets blocked by the Finks double strike.
It's like, where's the Slayer Stronghold? As long as he's not holding the Slayer Stronghold. And he's... Is that the that's Slayer Stronghold, right? Yeah.
No. Up on top, yep. Nice deck. And
how about we Summer Blue?
Back. He's got 2 of them. Give them both pumps. Bring it back. Do it again. This is sweet in fast motion, by the way. I bet you Andrew wishes he could see the world this fast when this was happening, because this is no fun to watch. This is insane. What in the world? He's just given them both twice, and he's still got Sunhome available. Holy smokes.
Wow.
Andrew
That's a lot of damage.
Like, why did I drive for this Grand Prix? I did not want to watch that happen. So we'll go into super ultra turbo mode here as we get through the shuffling and sideboarding portion here.
Well, that was great.
That was fantastic.
Inquisition. Pyroclasm in from the sideboard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Summoner's Pact. That makes sense.
And another
Is that
copy of
just
Inquisition.
land?
Isn't that all he wants anyway?
I mean, you got to do something eventually.
Do something eventually. Andrew hasn't done much here. I mean, he's disrupted his opponent, but he needs to find pressure. It looks like he may have done that. So he's got Lingering Souls and Kitchen Finks in his deck.
Serum Visions, digging. Does not appear to have been an amulet that he found.
All right, now we got a clock here for Andrew Outledge.
True story.
Alex is slowly building up his mana base here. He's already got 4 mana.
He's doing it the fair way, though.
He's got 5, and there's a Thrag Tusk. All right, that helps nullify most of those attacks and gives him a nice threat on the ground. So if it survives, he's in a pretty decent spot just from having resolved the Thrag Tusk.
I mean, even if it doesn't, it's an elephant and used up a removal spell, right? Okay.
Right, well,
more to the air.
Second copy of Lingering Souls does change things. He interestingly
not flashing it back.
Flash it back.
What did he leave up?
What did he leave up? Path? Would have just used that here, right? I guess he wants to save it for Primeval Titan.
Summer Bloom. Gemstone. Another gemstone.
And there's Primeval Titan.
There's Primeval Titan.
Let's see if it gets pathed here. I mean, the damage will have been done already. This is the beauty of this deck, is just getting that Primeval Titan resolved.
You know, it's funny, a lot of people have said this deck is sort of been 1 card away for a while, and I feel like the card may have already been printed. It's this like Bounce Land Teleria West interaction.
Totally.
That's people didn't used to run all this many Teleria Wests, and it used to be that you Primeval Titans to grab, you know, the Slayer Stronghold or the Sunhome, and you're like, well, how do I make the Sunhome mana work out? It's really hard to activate Sunhome on the turn you play the Primeval Titan, it turns out. But no, it's just the Teleria West, and like the idea of just constantly getting it and a bounce land so that you have it for transmute. I feel like that's what put this deck over the top.
I do too, and he just did that. And
Right.
it was Path to Exile, by the way.
Path and a Pulse
And
for
then
the
he pulsed
Thragtusk.
away the Thragdad, leaving just the 3/3 Beast behind.
But Transmute might be good enough here.
He can get any pact. He's
Yeah,
going to get Summer's
of
pact. So
course.
this basically just equals
Does he need
another
another
Primeval Titan.
Thragtusk for the mana for the
Yeah,
life
it's hard
though?
to say. I don't know the life totals exactly.
Okay, well he feels like he can get Primeval Titan.
I mean, he can also
There's
gain.
just a lot of tapped flyers over there.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. It totally is. He can get some life back from a Radiant Fountain here. It's 15
Sure.
to 7 at this point. Okay.
He's at 7, so he's going to go to 2 from that attack.
All right,
Oh,
so
we're back to live.
now? All right.
Awesome.
So 7 life for Hane and 15. That was a sweet little transition there.
Hane's
Oh,
moving so
why
much
are they playing in
slower
slow
now.
motion?
They really are. Wow.
It feels weird.
I think this is actually slow motion. I think Rashad's messing with us.
No, I don't think he is. Though his GP Maelstrom Pulse looks like it's caught some type of death fire down there. It looks kind of cool. I don't know what foiling process they used to make that happen, but. All right, so it looks like there's going to be another copy of Primeval Titan. Remember, Andrews looks like he's at 9 as well here. And Alex is at 12? How many times did he get to play that Radiant Fountain?
Wow.
Game 5. So crazy, this deck. It also has this really cool crossover, right, where like it uses these pacts for value, right? Like they all do things in the deck, and then he can just randomly play a different 6-drop
Hive Mind.
with Hive Mind and just kill you just on the spot. And it has that super punch where sometimes they just ramp out a Hive Mind and you're just dead, and that's it. End of the story.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that draw from him yet. Lingering Souls does not seem like it's going to get this race done.
It feels like it's fallen far behind. It does.
It's the life gain too. Like he's dealt approximately 20.
Yeah, 19,
It's just the
18, something like
Thragtusk
that.
and the Radiant Falcon.
Oh yeah, I think he's actually dealt more than 20. So a trio of tokens battles, flashback Lingering Souls, and he's got 9.
It's not good enough, right?
That's not good enough.
I mean, double strike from the Sunhome.
Why did he leave?
Yeah, why did is he planning to triple block the Elephant?
I don't think triple block the Beast, then you would only need 3. Chump blocking Primeval Titan doesn't do anything. Or even feels like he's dead here. I mean, he can always have a path. He's got 2 cards in hand. But you're not letting him attack.
Andrew's got 2 cards in his hand, which they're on the table toward the
Yeah,
top of the screen.
That's right.
But he basically needs to kill Primeval Titan.
And he just says, "Come at
Yeah,
me, bro."
exactly. He's
So-
essentially bluffing, or representing. He's representing an instant speed way to kill Primeval Titan.
Andrew's like, "So that trigger goes on the stack?" He's like, "Yeah." Go get lands. So this is all without an amulet here
Oh, that's true.
from Alex?
Can he not give it double strike yet?
Probably not.
Lost track of which lands are actually already
it's hard,
in play.
It's hard to actually see. He does this combo that you just described a minute ago, Randy. Bound Slam Talaria West. Bound Slam Talaria West.
Okay, if he doesn't already have Sunhome, then
He's still fine.
Andrew can survive this attack.
He can survive this attack, and then maybe Andrew can find something along the lines of a Siege Rhino to finish him, but you got to figure that Alex has that Teleria West for, he's going to go get something like Pact of Negation or whatever.
All right, Abrupt Decay for the 3/3 token.
Beast down, no blocks here, go to 3. Remember, Alex is the one who's up a game here. So Alex is figuring out how he wants to transmute. Right now Alex is slated to take 7 in the air and fall 2. But there's quite a few cards that could mess that up. The Gavany Township would do it. And same thing with the Siege Rhino. But it looks like Alex decided to transmute for the Summoner's Pact and go get himself another Titan.
I wonder if he does.
Slayer Stronghold.
I mean, Pact of Negation seems like it has some value here. We are after sideboarding though, so I mean maybe he cut Pact of Negation in this matchup.
Possible.
More Radiant Fountain action. And the Thragtusk, okay.
Thragtusk as well.
Yeah, none of this Siege Rhino nonsense. Don't really have to worry about those. Yeah, this line seems a lot safer now. 3 threats,
powerful.
all of which are, well, 2 of which are lethal. 1 of which can be chump blocked for a while.
That was Township.
Really?
Yeah. Play it, activate it. 2, 4, 6,
14.
8, 10, 12. Wow.
I bet Alex did that math.
I bet you anything he did. 14 in the air. And he's
Not good
somehow
enough.
Clear of that.
Remember when Alex was at, what, 7?
Look at that. Shows him the Township and just extends
not
the
good enough.
hand. Now, could he have made enough to block there?
14 power worth of blockers against 2 Primeval Titans? Surely he had the Sunhome this time.
Must have. He had the Slayer Stronghold for sure. Welcome back to the booth. We are in